Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Modern Warfare 2 meta is getting more and more competitive with each major seasonal update that we see, and today we are breaking down the new top 10 best weapons / the new top 10 best class setups to be running after the new Season 2 Reloaded update. So first up here, we're starting off at number 10 with the P90, aka the PDSW 528. Real quick before we jump into this loadout in specific, let's go through the perks, equipment, all stuff like that. So I run a knife as a secondary on every single one of my classes, and all this is the same on all the classes here today. I just want to go through it once for you guys real quick. Whenever I die, I swap to this so I can get to the choke points faster. There's so many guns on the ground available in multiplayer. If I need a secondary, I'll just pick up one of those and swap the knife for that. No need in having a pistol or anything here. It's just not all that necessary in multiplayer. Tactical, always going for the flashes. Lethal, I'm always going for the drill charge to get the campers out of certain rooms or to breach into choke points, whatever the case may be. For my perk package here, real quick, if I go ahead and hide the face cam, I run double time and battle hardened to get that better tac sprint and kind of reduce the effects of flashes and stuns and that stuff, although battle hardened's not crazy and probably needs a buff. Fast hands for the faster reload and weapon swap, and then also quick fix so I can start getting health back whenever I end up getting a kill there. That's super clutch for trying to play a little bit more aggressive here in multiplayer. Then I use a combination of the radar and then also the munitions box there for the field upgrade. If I need one or the other, I can always have the option there, which is super convenient. But getting into the core class setups now, since we can just copy and paste the perks and equipment and everything on every single class setup. P90 at number 10. This thing's really been rising in rank recently. It is fast, it's aggressive, it's reliable. I actually use the same setup in multiplayer and Warzone because you're going to be using them in the same ranges. So this one is just super aggressive, right? It's all about speed here. Q900 rear grip, better ADS and sprint to fire. We're tuning to maximize that even more. Behind the face cam, I've got the TV Tacom comb here, which also helps out with the ADS and sprint to fire. Once again, tuning to help out those. I don't really like any of the optic options here. I'm not a fan of the rail sights. I'm not a fan of the iron sights, so I do waste an attachment on the blue dot. If you're okay with those though, feel free to run overpressured rounds or go for a stock that helps out with mobility or something like that. Feel free to experiment around, but I like the Chrono Mini Pro for the style position faster ADS on the tunes there. 7 milliwatt laser for aggression here, better ADS and sprint to fire, tuning to enhance those. Then lastly, to help out with some recoil, I go for the Lockshot KT85. This pretty much gets rid of any potential horizontal bounce. It limits the vertical as well, just makes the gun very, very easy to use. Only reason it's at number 10 is because it's not as versatile as some of the other options towards the top of the list, but for an SMG, it's a great choice right now. Hey everyone, just a heads up, today's video is sponsored by Wonder. Now, are you wondering what Wonder is? Well, look no further, I got you. Wonder is the ultimate way to turn your ideas and your words into digital art. Maybe you need help bringing an idea to life, or maybe you're just looking for a little bit of extra inspiration. Well, Wonder can help you with exactly that. You simply have to put in a prompt and select which style of art you want it to be, and you are all set. Like maybe, for instance, you want to see what a lion would look like in a business suit, because I mean, why not, right? Maybe you're trying to see a Viking riding a tiger into battle because I did, and now I know, and now I need to see a movie of that happening. Maybe you want something calm like a winter sunrise. Literally anything you can think of, literally anything you are wondering about, Wonder can bring to life. So by clicking the link in the description down below and downloading the Wonder app, you can actually get a free trial of the premium version and really put your creativity to the test. The premium options include over 20 different art styles to choose from, so you can literally create anything your mind possibly imagines. You also get faster creation, and you also get unlimited art options as well. So trust me, once you start creating your own art, you are not going to want to stop. You see those unlimited art possibilities. You're not getting interrupted by any ads. You can create anything on the fly. It really is, I guess you could say, wonderful. Anyway, thank you so much to Wonder for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it. Now at number 9, I've got the Vaznev. This is of course the SMG of choice right now for the pros. It's been a top tier choice here in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone as well, for what it's worth, for quite some time. It's snappy, it's fast, it's got a great TTK, very aggressive SMG, and we're really focusing on capitalizing that here as well. So first up, I've got the True Tac rear grip, better ADS and sprint to fire yet again, and we've got tunes to mimic that. I've got the Ot Razat stock. That is not an easy name to pronounce, but this is focused on a little bit of mobility, and I tuned to enhance that as well. I've seen a lot of players also trying to go for the broadside, but according to Sim with the data mine stats, Razat is going to do a lot more for your overall mobility here than broadside will, for what it's worth. R7 is also a really good choice, and if you don't care about recoil, stockless could be an option too. I got Ole laser on here, same deal as before, better ADS and sprint to fire. Shark fin underbarrel, basically free stats here, no cons, better ADS speed, better aim walking speed on the tunes there. And then lastly, because the damage drop off on the Vaznev is a little bit quick compared to other SMGs, I like running the cast one barrel. I can also tune this for a little bit better ADS and mobility there, while still helping that velocity and damage range a tad bit, just to make it feel a little bit more consistent. So very aggressive setup here, pretty easy to use, and another top choice for close range fights. Now at number 8, I've got the newly buffed MP7. This was already rising up as is because the other changes to other SMGs, but after season 2 reloaded, this is now better than ever, and I am loving the MP7 as of right now. This setup primarily based around mobility with a little bit of control here just to keep it consistent for some more long range fights in like the 35, 40, 50 meter area if you're in those situations, right? First up, I got the RXT stock, better ADS, sprint speed, better movement in general, tuning to enhance that with a little bit of stability bonuses as well. I've got the Schlager Soldier rear grip, better ADS and sprint to fire as well, tuning to enhance that once more. I do go for the 30 round mag, which got a buff that makes it ridiculously fast now. So this setup is going to be mad aggressive, and 30 is totally sufficient for multiplayer as is, so no worries there. 7mm laser, better ADS and sprint to fire yet again. And then also I go for the Tango underbarrel. This is going to be for some better control, and you can tune this for either hip control or hip walking speed, whatever you want the weapon to feel like there, and better ADS speed as well. So aggressive, easy to use, great TTK. I am loving the MP7 right now. Now at number 7, we start to get into some of the more overall versatile guns. Here I've got the Kastov 7.62. It's seen some nerfs recently, but it's still one of the hardest hitting rifles in the game, especially in multiplayer. It's still going to be frying over mid to long range without a doubt, right? So this setup here, primarily focusing on control and keeping it consistent over range. I go for the Chrono Mini Pro here, as always with optics. Use whatever one you are the most comfortable with, but always tune for that furthest eye position and faster ADS. Demo X2 rear grip, better control, tuning to enhance that and just make the weapon easier to use overall. High velocity ammo, the velocity here is a little bit lower compared to some other rifles, so this will help out some with that consistency over mid to long range, tuning to enhance its range and velocity there. Edge 47 underbarrel, better control and stabilization on the tunes there, gonna make it super easy to use once more. And same deal with the Sack and Tread 40, even more control properties here, tuning to enhance those once more. So this is gonna be like the lowest recoil 7.62 build and still have a great TTK over range. Now at number 6, I do have the brand new Tempus Torrent marksman rifle. I always got to make sure we include the new weapons on our new top 10 list, and frankly this one is very good in multiplayer. It is going to be a 2-shot kill at most ranges, a 1-shot headshot if you're super accurate. The only reason I have this at number 6 and not number 4, 3, 2 is because it does carry sniper ammo, so you're going to be limited in that compared to having a bunch of rifle ammo, a bunch of SMG ammo. It's going to be a bit more awkward because of that, and it's semi-auto, so its skill gap is a little bit higher than that of some of the fully auto SMGs and ARs and whatnot in the game, but this thing is still ridiculously strong right now. It's a very, very good number 6 slot weapon, right? So here I've got the CP90 rear grip. This is for better flinch and stability. Huge on a marksman rifle. We're tuning to enhance the recoil and stability even more. Behind the face cam, I've got the HG40 guard. This again is for recoil steadiness and flinch resistance, so gonna be nice and accurate over range basically with this, even when getting shot, which is pretty clutch. Chrono Mini Pro, basic blue dot yet again for this high position faster ADS. I do use the Ole laser to keep some aggression on this setup to make it a little bit more rush happy, if you will, if you're going to be running around changing hard points, going for domination flags, whatever the case may be, and you find yourself in a close to mid-range fight. This will help out some there. I'm tuning to enhance the ADS and sprint to fire a little bit. Then I go for the Edge 47. Again, just focused on that stabilization and stability, making it easy to track and trace players over range without any sway messing up your shots. We've got idle stability and stabilization on the tunes there. Like I said, very different top 10 weapon here compared to most of the other ones on the list, but still so good. Now, as we get into the top 5 here, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you always know when I post a new video. And if you guys are enjoying this one, if you find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be really appreciated. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one. Now at number 5, I've got the Chimera, a super aggressive rifle here. Great for close range, great for mid range, great for rushing around and playing aggressive with a rifle that's going to have a faster TTK than quite a few of the SMGs in the game in those close range fights, which is pretty convenient. So here we're pretty much just focused on mobility and aggression while still keeping it usable and keeping the control at a good stat there, so it's still easy to use. So Bruin Flash, Rear Grip, ADS, and Sprint to Fire pros here. I do go for a little bit better recoil as mentioned, but also a better Sprint to Fire. I've got the Ravage 10 stock. This is again all mobility based, tuning for a little bit better stability for stabilization and consistency in the mid range, and a better ADS to keep it snappy. 7 milliwatt laser, all about that ADS and movement speed, tuning to enhance that. I've got the Tango underbarrel, nice and aggressive for an underbarrel. Minimal cons here, really good bonuses here for the control. You can really tune any direction here on either side, and it's going to be just fine regardless of what you do, right? And then lastly, I go for the Vorpal barrel, better movement, damage range, ADS speed. Fantastic for a build like this where we're focusing on the TTK and the control and the movement all in one. This will really be a nice benefit to have on the setup in general. Better range and strafe speed on this particular tune. If you wanted to go for steadiness though, or ADS speed, both of those are solid options as well. Overall though, the Chimera is very fun right now and a fantastic option for close to mid range. Now at number 4, I've got the M4, fitting enough, right? This is just as reliable as it gets. Pretty low recoil, great TTK, pretty good movement for a rifle. There's just nothing bad about the M4. There's nothing like super crazy incredible. It's just all above average in pretty much every single way, right? And that's pretty much how the M4 is all the time. So this setup here, a nice mix of some decent mobility, but also really focusing on the mid to long range control and versatility there. So I got the Sakin ZX rear grip, better control, tuning to enhance that. I got the P8 strike stock, or P80 strike stock rather, which is better ADS speed, aim walking speed, sprint speed. You lose a little bit of control and stability, but we're going to gain that back a lot with some of the other attachments here. And this I tune for better ADS speed and stability. This is going to help it be a little bit more reliable in some mid range potentially, or even some close range if you find yourself there. Edge 47 underbarrel here, better stabilization, tuning to enhance that. We've got the Castle Compensator, better control in general, really going to eliminate any potential horizontal bounce while also helping out with vertical, and the tunes will also help enhance that even more. Then lastly, I do go for the 20-inch barrel. This is probably a little overkill for long range, but I just like the feel of it, very easy to use, better damage range and steadiness on the tunes there. That said, if you wanted to go for a laser, if you wanted to go for an optic to make it feel a little bit more comfortable for your playstyle, feel free to mess around with that and test that around, but this feels really good for mid to long range, one of my favorite choices right now. Then we get into the top 3, and at number 3, I've got the 74U. Feels a little bit more reliable than the Chimera in the mid range, hence why I have it a little bit higher than that, but also still fantastic for close range as well. A very aggressive rifle, very easy to use, and gonna outgun a lot of SMGs because it is a rifle and has that damage aspect to it that is a little bit more enhanced than some of the subs. So first up here, True Tac rear grip, better ADS and sprint to fire. I'm tuning for better sprint to fire, and then also a little bit better steadiness on there as well. I've got the R7 stock, better crouch speed, sprint speed, ADS speed, all about movement here, tuning to capitalize those. Olay laser, same deal as before, better ADS and sprint to fire, nothing ever changes on the laser attachments. Castle Compensator, again, just like over on the M4, helps out that horizontal, gets me some vertical control as well, gonna make the weapon about as straightforward as it can be. And I've got the 209 barrel as well. All about movement speed here to make this setup nice and aggressive. You're gonna fly, you're gonna fry with this thing. It's one of the best close range options, if not the best close range option in the game at the moment. Now at number 2, I've got a weapon that everyone might be a little bit bored of seeing at this point, but it just is so consistent, so reliable, so good. The TAC 56. I mean, this is what everyone's running in ranked play, basically. In pubs, it's doing the same kind of stuff. It's just so easy to use, super low recoil, great range, great damage, great TTK over range. It's got everything going for it, right? This setup is going to be a little bit more aggressive than something you might see some of the pros use because we don't have all the restrictions and whatnot, but combat rear grip, better control, tuning for the better stability and steadiness there. High velocity ammo, just making it feel more consistent in the mid to long range, tuning to capitalize that even more. I run the Olay laser here. I like that aggression. I do play a little bit more fast paced even with the rifles here, so having that better ADS and sprint to fire is solid. In this case though, I do tune for the better stability and steadiness. That way I'm kind of getting the best of all worlds with this one particular attachment. If you wanted to say drop that for maybe the Tundra barrel or something like that, also viable as well. I've got the Edge 47 underbarrel, basic stabilization here, tuning to help out with that, and then Sack and Shred 40 is pretty standard as well. Better control overall, better gun kick and stabilization on the tunes there. I mean, this has been a top tier weapon since day one. It's still going strong here in Season 2 Reloaded. And then of course, at number 1, we've got the ISO Hemlock. It's the best gun in the game right now. So low recoil, anyone can pick this thing up and do well with it. It's got a great TTK over range, especially here multiplayer with that super low health. There's just nothing wrong with the Hemlock right now. There's nothing bad about it. It is just pro after pro after pro. We've got the X10 rear grip here for better mobility to make it more aggressive in the mid-range. Also, the other attachments helping out with long range makes this thing arguably the most versatile gun in the game. Better ADS and sprint to fire here. I do tune for the inverse to keep it nice and consistent. Basic blue dot yet again for the side position, faster ADS. High velocity ammo yet again, same deal as on the TAC-56. Same deal with the Edge 47, tuning for the better stabilization and idle stability. And you guessed it, same deal with the muzzle here on the Sack and Tread 40, better gun kit control and stabilization. This is just like the TAC-56, just a little bit better and a little bit easier. So absolutely deserving of that #1 spot. That said, those are currently the top 10 best weapons and setups here in MW2 multiplayer. That's gonna wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date with all things going on in COD. And once more, huge shout out, huge thank you to Wonder for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to go ahead and check out the app in the link down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.